Jim, guess what today is?
I don't know.
It's May. So you know what May is all about.
It's Memorial Day.
It is National Beef Month.
Well, yeah, that's the whole month, though. Yeah, I mean, you said
I know, but
today.
it's more important today.
It is more important today because we have Bradon Burks with the Kentucky Beef Council joining us to talk more about beef. Thank you so much for being here.
It's good to be here. It's good to be here. I hope you all have had a good weekend so far.
So far,
So good. We love to talk about grilling, of course. Summertime, a lot of people love to go out and fire up the grill. So what can we expect? Like, what type of beef should we start to put on the grill? What's easiest for me?
Gotcha. So that's one of the cool parts about what we get to do with the Kentucky Beef Council. So we represent the 32,000 beef farmers across the state of Kentucky. We're the first in cattle production east of the Mississippi River. Kentucky ranks 8th in the nation for the number of cows and calves. So beef's really rich here in Kentucky, not just within our protein, right? We'll talk about some of that, but within our actual producers as well. So what I brought with me today is a Mediterranean-style meatball. And the cool part about this is it's very versatile. You can use this in different ways. I've got one format that's in more of a salad format, and then of course we got another one on our pita bread. 400-degree oven, using a lot of those very traditional Mediterranean spices, some cumin, some garlic, some salt, some pepper. Of course, I love a good tzatziki sauce, so I had to pair some tzatziki sauce along there as well. But these are a great option if you want to, cook several of these batches on skewers and then use those in different recipes. So if that's salads, you could even probably use that seasoning into a burger mix as well, right? Maybe make a Mediterranean burger, if you will. So that's one of the cool parts about this recipe is it's very versatile, and you can get lots of different foods in as well.
And the thing about beef is you can take it so many different ways. I mean, there are so many different cuts. I mean, it's all over the place, right?
Absolutely. And not just the different cuts, for example. You think about ground beef. How many different types of varieties are there in your lean to fat ratio?
Right.
So whenever you hear, an 80-20 blend, that means 80% lean, 20% fat in your beef. And you use those different measures depending on what your goals are and what you'd like to accomplish, right? If you're focusing on maybe cutting some weight, you want to go for a more leaner option. For me, with burgers, I love an 80-20 blend. To me, that gives that perfect ratio of holding together. If you get too lean, it sort of all falls apart on you. But you still get some fat in there for that juice and that flavor as well.
That juice and that flavor. And let me tell you what I've started doing is I've started cooking more on the griddle. I've got a Blackstone at home, and it sits there and it cooks in the juice. And I don't know. It's to me personally now, I like it better than the grill. It is fantastic because you keep all of it right there, right?
Right. And the cool part about beef is it's so you were talking about bourbon earlier, right? To me, it's sort of, you eat beef in the way that you like best. Same way with bourbon, right?
Yeah.
If you like ice, if you don't like ice with beef, if you prefer a Blackstone, or I know a lot of people love just a cast iron skillet at home, right?
Yeah, that's my favorite.
My mom's a big cast iron fan.
Same.
For me, there's nothing that beats a grill. What I've been doing lately is I have a pellet smoker at home. I'll smoke my steak to about an internal temperature of 120, and then I'll go to my gas grill and I'll turn it up as high as it goes, sear both sides. Once that internal temperature reaches 140 degrees, it's going to jump another 5 to 10 degrees. 145 is medium rare, which is what we can eat steaks and roasts at. That's some of the most tender, juicy beef that you can find.
Ooh, I mean, you were talking about so many great recipes, so many great ideas. If we want to find more recipes, where do we go?
kybeef.com. Find us on our social medias as well. We've got several beef month recipes specific for this month, but whenever you're out, thank your farmers, thank your producers in the area, because they're the ones that are helping contribute to that yummy beef that we all enjoy.
Absolutely.
And we learned something the other day from one of the local beef farmers saying that when they're talking about just ground beef alone, it's coming from one cow. When you go and you buy from some other place, it could be multiple different parts. I mean, coming from different cows. This is all one coming from the local farmer. So we're really pushing them, right?
Sure. So and with ground beef, it's a lot of people think, oh, that's just all the throwaway stuff, and that's not true. When we go to our grocery store, we see those really pretty steaks, right? Some of the stuff that has to get trimmed around to make that a lot prettier. Those round edges, those smooth edges, and so that's what a lot of your ground beef comes from. It's from those less desirable cuts. So I don't eat a lot of round roasts, right? But I eat a lot of ground beef, and so I use a lot of round roasts at our family farm back home to go into our ground beef production.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you so
Got more
much.
coming up for you.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after the break.